Verbio is a global leader when it comes to converting straw to biogas. Straw means we are agnostic to any kind of straw, be it paddy, wheat, mustard, maize, anything. We are converting that straw into biogas. So, in the true sense, the circular economy is being implemented. We take the straw, it goes through a biological process of anaerobic digestion. That is where we get the biogas, raw methane, and there is going to be a fermented organic manure also coming out of the process. The gas gets purified uh, to the levels of automotive or industrial demand, which means methane of more than 90% plus, and the manure finds its way back to the fields where the feedstock actually originally came from. So this is the supply chain in a very simplified nutshell what we are implementing right now. Just to give you a perspective about what size of market we are talking about here, in India, roughly we are talking about 200 million tons of surplus agri residue, and more than 80-90% of that gets burnt. Now, that is where I think what Harish talked about waste to wealth or waste to energy, that is the potential we are talking about here. This is the plant what we have. This is in the district Sangrur, which is actually the largest district of paddy and the largest district of stubble burning also. Of course, these are linked. This is the plant which is spread over 20 acres. The plant is already operational since mid of last year. So we are already 18 months in operation. I'll just tell you a couple of things which might be of interest. This plant has a capacity of 33 tons of bio-CNG production per day. It can consume up to 120,000 tons of stubble, agri residue annually, and we produce about 700 to 750 tons of this fermented organic manure per day. This makes it the single largest source of fermented organic manure, of bio-CNG, as well as the single largest consumer of stubble in the country today. We are quite used to, this is a very sober picture actually. We are, I think Delhi especially is much used to seeing worse than this. But problem is Delhi has got a very short-lived memory. We talk about it around Diwali and we forget it before Christmas. So unfortunately, we just are in a habit of talking about it just for a period of 30 days and that's about it. Not only Delhi, but
Yeah, Ashish,
everybody.
If you had presented this 15 days back, there would have been people eating off your hands.
Yeah. So this is exactly what we are trying to solve. We are converting this stubble burning into, this is what we are doing. We are converting this stubble, we are implementing XC2 management, which basically means this complete stubble is collected by us. There are no intermediaries involved. This entire back-end supply chain is being owned, operated by us. We have invested into this. Not because that we want to do everything, it is just because there is no precedence in the market. We do not have aggregators, or we do not have people who would have the capital to invest in these kind of machinery. So this is quite a capex heavy topic. This is how the whole supply chain looks like. So right from harvesting the the preparation of the field, which basically means we have to reduce the moisture, because paddy being a very high moisture crop, and that is a no-go for the production process. We need as low moisture as possible. So there is a certain process which is needed to bring the moisture down, and then the entire collection mechanism is implemented. And that too, it is done over a period of, let's say, roughly about 20-30 days. So it's high stress during those 30 days. And the catch also is that from those 30 days, you have to create storage or inventory for the whole year. That's a huge bottleneck. So we have invested into the machinery as well as the storage infrastructure, which needs to serve this production unit. We talked about seed to, so in my jargon, I call it farm to feed. So we do everything to get that stubble from the farm to the time it is fed into the production process. So the stubble is not getting burnt, it is protected, it is taken care the way you see it on your slides at the moment, because we have two culprits to deal with, that is fire and water. So it needs to be taken care of, otherwise it's of no use.